Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Money's Funko Pops. Justin here, and today we're going to be going over Funko's first day of reveals for New York Comic Con 2019, and let me tell you, it is looking awesome so far. And before we get started, guys, I wanted to remind you to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I do unboxings, hunt videos, discussions just like this one, as well as giveaways and a bunch of other really cool stuff that you're not going to want to miss out on. So make sure if you're not already, you scroll down and you subscribe to the channel. So I know a lot of people were disappointed with San Diego Comic-Con this past summer. So with that subpar SDCC behind us, I think a lot of people were a little apprehensive going into New York Comic-Con reveals. But let me just tell you, judging by what I'm seeing and the comments that people are posting on these blog posts, everybody is really amped up about these exclusives, and this is just a list of the stuff that they announced on the first day. For the first time in a while, Funko isn't telling us where these pops are going when they announce them. We're kind of taking a step backwards in terms of the progress we've made with these con reveals, but there have been some mistakes on Funko's behalf, there's been some leaks, so we know about where half of these exclusives will be going. So I will tell you guys the retailer it will be shared with if we know where it is. So we start off really strong with the Marvel announcement. We get Avengers Endgame Tony with the Stark Gauntlet, which is shared to Amazon. We get Stan Lee and his Guardians of the Galaxy 2 cameo, which is Walmart. We get 3 80th anniversary pops, Classic Nick Fury, shared to GameStop. Classic Captain Marvel, or Marvel, shared to Walgreens. Classic Miss Marvel, shared to the Funko Shop. And then a Dark Phoenix Pop and Tea combo, which is shared to GameStop. These 80th anniversary pops are really, really cool. They're building on the momentum of all of these other classic characters they're doing. Dark Phoenix didn't do well in the box office, especially with everything going on with the Fox and Disney merger. The Dark Phoenix pop should glow in the dark. I'm not sure if it's going to. And like I said, it's shared with GameStop, so it shouldn't be that hard to get at all. Stan Lee Guardians of the Galaxy cameo. This is so wholesome. This is just such a good homage to Stan Lee after his passing this year. And then of course you guys are finally getting what you want and you're still not happy about it. We're getting Tony with the Stark Gauntlet, but people are still upset over it. Yes, we know it's not accurate to the movie. He doesn't stand up with the stones and he's all bruised up and he's kneeling in the scene. But you're getting him with the gauntlet. You can't win them all. I'm sure down the line we'll be getting a kneeling Tony with the stones where he's all dirty and stuff. This is what you guys wanted. You're getting it. Let's not be too nitpicky about it. I'm going to be picking this up. I most definitely think that this is going to be my biggest want from the con, and it's awesome. Let's be honest. This is a very cool looking pop, and I'm very happy that we're getting it at New York Comic Con. So the next announcement of the day brought us Debbie Harry from Blondie, which is part of the Pop Rocks line, and it's going to be shared with FYE. This is pretty cool. I collect Pop Rocks. I only collect the bands that I listen to, and I'm not going to be picking this up unless it goes on like a deep discount like CC from New Girl did from New York Comic Con last year, who is still sitting on my local FYE shelves for $3.99. If they're pushing out more pop rocks and rock and roll icons, I'm definitely about it, and I think Blondie is a great one to get going with it for New York Comic Con. Now I assume this guy is part of the Icons line, and it's Edgar Allan Poe. He'll be shared with Bam, and it's kind of just the common without the bird. I think they should have done it the other way, where the common was him without the bird, and the Comic-Con exclusive is him with the bird. Don't be worried about this if you're trying to get it. It's going to be super easy to get. Bam will put it online, and then it will most likely eventually go on sale. So if you're trying to get it, don't worry. You'll be able to. No questions asked. So next we get 2 artists. We're going to get Jean-Michael Basquiat, and we're also going to get Keith Haring. And I apologize if I'm butchering any of these names, because genuinely, I don't know who either of these people are. So Keith is going to be shared with Barnes & Noble, and he is a New York City-based artist, so it makes sense that he is part of New York Comic Con's lineup. I really don't know who either of these people are. Jean-Michael Basquiat is also an artist, as I said. I know he's not wearing any shoes in his pop, which is kind of cool. Kind of piqued my interest a little bit. We don't know where he's going to be shared to just yet. Now, I'm not sure if these guys are going to be in with the Icons line or if they're going to be their own artist brand, but either way, I saw a lot of people on the subreddit that I frequent were very excited about this, so good for you guys. I hope you guys are able to get these, and I hope that they get more artists in the future to add to this Icons wave. Scott Pilgrim fans can rejoice. We're finally not getting any pops for a con, and rather we're getting 3 5-star figures. So we're getting 5-star figure Scott Pilgrim with his base, Knives Chow with a couple of knives, and then Ramona with her hammer. These are presumably going to be shared with the Funko Shop because every Scott Pilgrim release has been. So personally for me, I'm happy to be able to take a break from getting a pop at every single con And now for New York Comic Con this year, I can take a breather and not have to worry about getting these pops in the Funko shop. So Bluntman and Chronic is from a Kevin Smith comic book, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And I apologize if I got that wrong, but I don't follow Kevin Smith at all. Bluntman and Chronic are going to be shared with FYE. I know that a lot of people are going to want this, and FYE is kind of spotty with their releases. They'll kind of go up for a little bit, and sometimes they'll even release them before the day they're supposed to. So it gets kind of blurry as to when FYE is going to be releasing these things. So if you want to try and get your hands on this, I definitely recommend staying up to date with news and maybe even adding these things to your want list on FYE's website if you can. So next we get Fade Rautha from Dune. I don't know, did I get that right? And when I saw this thing, I was like, is that Sting from The Police? So he'll go great with my Stuart Copeland here if I decide to pick it up. I'm not gonna get it, but I just thought that'd be kind of funny. So if you know anything about this movie, let me know down in the comments, because I've never seen it, but it looks kind of interesting. So if you think it's worth watching, feel free to let me know down below. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a movie from 1988, and it's supposed to be like a satire movie, I guess, kind of like a Spaceballs type thing, a play on the genre. So, and I guess this is just a generic clown. It's just a killer clown, I'm to assume. We don't know where this one is shared to, but we know that everybody is very excited about this, and it looks pretty cool. I don't mess around with clowns. Remember 2 or 3 Halloweens ago when clown fever was like sweeping the country, and clowns were like knocking on house doors and like walking through the woods, and it was just a weird little like thing that was going on. Even if this is the only pop we get from this movie, it's giving a more niche movie from over 20 years ago more representation in pop culture, and giving it a Funko Pop allows people who are fans of that movie to go ahead and add a piece of that movie to their collection. The next reveal we get is Back to the Future, and we're getting Marty McFly in a spacesuit. We don't get a lot of Back to the Future pops. This is only the 8th Back to the Future pop that we've gotten, and it's pretty cool. It's not just another reskin of Marty McFly, like giving him a guitar, giving him a hoverboard. It's a completely different mold in a spacesuit, and a lot of people are very excited about this. I know a lot of people love when Back to the Future gets representation because it's such a big movie in pop culture, and it looks awesome. This is a very detailed looking pop. The colors just pop on it, for lack of a better word. It just stands out. To continue the trend of going back and picking pops from older movies, we get a pop from the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. We're getting Dr. Frank Poole from the 1968 sci-fi thriller. So I did a lot of research on this movie because I've never heard of it before, and it actually makes me want to go out and watch it. And I think I'm going to do it this weekend. I think I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch this movie and see what I think about it. So I'll make sure to let you guys know on my Instagram or something how I feel about it, because if it's being said to be one of the greatest films ever made, I want to see that. So we got the man himself, HR Puffnstuff, as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive this past summer. He was shared with the Funko shop, and now we're getting 3 of his friends. We're getting Clang, Kling, Witchy Poo, and they are all shared with Toy Tokyo. For those of you who are in this game, you know that Toy Tokyo is a shit show when it comes to different pop releases. You know, either their shipping is terrible, or it takes forever to get to you, or they pull some sort of Ratfink situation where they have 3 different Ratfink variants, and the only way to get it is to order the bundle with all of their exclusives. But then you only get to get one of the Ratfink exclusives, and you don't even get to pick which one you get. But Godspeed to all of you who are trying to get these, because you know it's going to be an absolute disaster trying to get any of them. So we get to Wacky Races, which is the Hanna-Barbera release for New York Comic Con this year, and we have 2 pops, Clyde and Professor Pat Pending. So we get no Flintstones reveals. I thought we were going to get at least 1 Scooby-Doo reveal with the amount of pops that they're pushing out for Scooby-Doo, but no, we only get the 2 Wacky Racers, and that's it. They didn't talk about these being a piece count, which means that if they are shared, they will be shared with the Funko shop, and they will be very easy to get for those of you who want it. All right, so we're gonna move through some shows that I don't watch just to get this video moving a little bit quicker. So first we have Community. We're getting Britta. So Community has been on my watch list for a while now, but I'm doing Arrested Development right now, then I'm gonna do Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I'm gonna do Community. That is my watch order. So maybe once I watch Community, this will be a pop that I want. You know, I saw a lot of people talking about how this pop looks a lot like Captain Marvel, which I can see. I totally see how they look alike, but I don't think it deters anybody from being excited about this. Community fans have been asking for these pops for a while now, so now that we're getting exclusives on top of those commons, I think a lot of Community fans are very happy with this announcement. So next we move on to Doctor Who, and we get Zimsha. How do you pronounce that? I don't watch the show. I don't know. I know a lot of people were very upset with this announcement because I guess he's just a one-off character from the recent season, and there's a bunch of doctors from some of the previous seasons that haven't gotten pops yet. If you guys are upset about that, I think that that's warranted. I hope one day they give you guys more doctors, because if I was a Doctor Who fan, I would be really upset that we're not getting some of those main characters as well. So we've gotten this release, right? Like this already exists, doesn't it? The Green Hornet and Kato 2-pack, which is going to be shared with Barnes & Noble. Wasn't this a Toy Tokyo exclusive? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. All I know is that this seems familiar, and that I feel like at every con we're getting more Green Hornet and Kato Pops. Are you guys asking for these? Because I'm not asking for this. So Game of Thrones, Missandei? Is it Missandei? Here is your Game of Thrones spoiler warning. If you don't want to watch spoilers for this season, go ahead and push that fast forward button a couple times. And here it goes, Game of Thrones spoilers in 3, 2, 1. She gets decapitated. Why isn't she headless? Why aren't they doing another Nedless Head Stark? Did I just say Nedless Head Stark? Why isn't this another Headless Ned Stark situation? Stranger Things brings us Susie, which is pretty cool. A lot of people enjoyed that moment from Stranger Things where her and Dustin were singing. I think it would have been even better if they did a Susie and Dustin 2-pack, but beggars can't be choosers here. I think Murray would have been another cool exclusive to give us because they keep building his character up every season, but I can totally understand why they would want to do Susie for New York Comic Con. This is also a safe distance after season 3 had come out, that they can start doing characters and moments from that season without spoilers being a problem. So we're going to most definitely start getting more Stranger Things pops and more characters from these seasons. Harry Potter gives us 2 exclusives, and thank God they aren't more Yule characters from this most recent release. We're getting Madame Maxime, who is a 6-inch, and Argus Filch, who's got a really cool cat in his hands. I am a casual Harry Potter fan. I don't follow it too heavily, but these 2 pops look incredible. My girlfriend was very excited about both of these because she loves Harry Potter, and they're both on her want list for this con. I love that they're not just doing another Harry or Ginny or Ron or Hermione or Snape or something, you know? We're getting 2 new characters who have never been turned into pops before. And of course, the last reveal of the day is Purple Chrome Batman, which is going to be limited to 1,500 pieces. Now, for those of you who collect this Chrome Batman set, first and foremost, I envy your patience. Good luck, because this Purple Chrome Batman is going to be nearly impossible to get. For those of you who have followed this Chrome Batman stuff, it's been impossible to get most of these, so if you're trying to get this, good luck and Godspeed. And those are all of your day 1 reveals from Funko for New York Comic Con 2019, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, this way you don't miss out on any more of these reveals, guys. I'm going to be covering everything Funko does at New York Comic Con. I'll be doing part 2 and a presumable part 3, discussing all the reveals that they do. And let me know down below in the comments which one of these reveals is your favorite. For me, it's Tony with the gauntlet. Even if people are upset with that, I'm very excited for it, and it is my biggest want from this first day of reveals. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything that I post. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Welcome to Money's Funko Pops, a YouTube page devoted to all things Funko. From covering events like San Diego Comic-Con to going out and doing random hunts just to see what I can find. I post relevant content to what's going on in the Funko community. There's something for everybody here at Money's Funko Pops. Subscribe to stay up to date.